All right. And then we'll get this one shared out. Damn, dude, that's really rough. Okie doke. All right. Well, good news is I'm at 240 hertz. Bad news, I don't know that it really matters with this particular setup. But, you know, we'll see. I think right now we're going to do Mr. CyberPunk. And then let's get these optimized settings into where I want them to be. Yeah?
Hey everyone, feels great to have you back. So then, did you all hear about that Arasaka aircraft carrier docked in Night City? Called Kujira, or the Whale?
Oh, my bad, dude. There you go. So, I muted it. So, what was I saying? Yeah, sleep soon here too. Let me see if the... Yep, you guys should have game audio. Let me know. Okay. So we'll go over my optimized settings. Gameplay, we turned crowd density low. Graphics, we went to high. Turn screen space reflections off. We did try ray tracing. But screen space reflections and ray trace reflections seem to be a little too much. I really wanted to be above like that. Yeah, so yawn. Dude, I've been going hard. What? Because this game came out and then we were benchmarking and trying to get everything out. So, yeah, so something's wrong. I can't pull my gun out. Oh, there it goes. Fucking finally. Alright. Beat on the brat. Beat on the brat. Beat on the brat with the baseball bat. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, every time I've streamed this game, I have asked for somebody to name that song, and not one person has named it yet. Super disappointed.
V, got a job for you. My client had a shitload of beta acid stolen. What's beta acid, you might wonder? Fuck if I know, but it's worth a lot, and our client wants it back. That's where you come in. Iron at the ready. More info attached.
Oh, we better steal a car. So for fun, like if we did like settings and then out of curiosity, we did ray tracing on. Look, frame rate's not that bad. If you guys want to play with it, you can. It's like 70s. This is a pretty demanding part of the game, but that feels buttery. Ah, bitch. I almost had him. There's nothing in stock. What GPU is in stock at all? That's called future-proofing your Amazon Prime links, bro. I ain't got no option. What do you expect me to do? I'd love to sell more 3080s through my affiliate links, but it ain't fucking happening, is it? Get my little 1% cut.
Hey, I heard about a massacre at a homeless camp. Send you the info I have so far, but it's pretty thin. You probably already gathered it's a cyber psycho. Oh, and I prefer if he didn't die.
So yeah, I mean, I guess I have to say it. I hate to say it, but I gotta say it. The 6800 looks better than this. I don't know what it is. I really want to figure that out. There's something going on with the engine where, like, it's doing, like, even with, like, ray tracing and DLSS off, it does something to the picture, dude.
Meat beast.
It's weird.
Pride and joy.
It's fucking weird,
Beer in the
dude.
fridge if you want any.
Thanks. So what's this
Something
about?
wrong with the color reproduction on NVIDIA. Something. But,
A driver, huh?
whatever.
With you as my navigator?
I'll figure it out.
Not exactly.
Maybe.
This kind of racing involves drivers and gunners.
So, you a turret guru or a driver's ed dropout?
I'm more an engine tuner. Good at it too.
Can I have the truck?
But I'm no rally racer. I trust you're capable behind the wheel.
Pretty impressive that she looks at you. That's pretty nice.
Oh, sure, Claire. I'll be your driver.
They do, right,
Yeah,
Ron?
races.
It's
First
fucking weird.
That'll be followed by the Badlands and Santo, then Watson.
It's actually kind of annoying,
When do we start?
but they do.
There's a qualifying ladder. You need to climb it to reach the finals.
How high?
Color reproduction is just, and I've tried readjusting the settings like a million times and configuring the panel,
Door of
and there's
open
nothing I can do to make it look better.
place.
See you there.
It's just better. It's fucking weird, dude. And the problem is there's no way to prove it. Right? Like there's no, I mean, other than like being like, bro, come to my house. Aren't they adding a multiplayer? Thought they were adding one. I don't know if that's true. Do we really want to race? Wait a day for Claire to contact you. I'm just not. I mean, do we get a car out of it? Alright, fine. Look. Skip time. Oh, I gotta wait longer than that. Hey, Hex. Yep, I've heard. Don't worry. This shit still happens on PC. Don't worry about it. See? Like, what the fuck was that? I didn't push forward on the keys. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Please be a nightmare.
I will say this. It's still kind of fun. I want a 6900 XT so bad now. Why do you need 6 tires? So that you can turn twice as good. And just so you know, physics would say that that is not going to be accurate. I'm sure that would be a nightmare to drive. Yeah, I have a helmet on. Here, I'll show you. Wait, how do I do it? Inventory? Yeah. Oh, it's called the double-shelded ATAK modular helmet. I don't know. I thought it was pretty sick. Oh yeah, I already own Control. I'll be happy to try it on the 3080 though. I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. Just gambled on CSGO Empire and won $3.
I'm already here.
Holla!
Great. Be there in a flash, promise.
Throw that $3 at your boy.
See you soon.
Actually, I'd be happy with some more likes.
Which trigger we using?
That'd be good.
Mine.
No argument there. Be right over. Later.
Later.
Yeah, done it before. Yep, cost free. I bet a bundle on our way.
Thanks for the likes.
It's just not an option, eh?
Hey, look, Samson. Fresh meat.
Be embarrassing to lose to a rookie.
Suck, girl.
Gunk will probably crash out on first bet.
Hey, V, good to see you. So how's it look to you?
Seems to be a lot of corpos taking part.
How can you tell?
Used to be one. Letting off steam after hours was key. It was either that or stress, burnout, and a trip in a trauma team ambulance.
People don't have heart attacks on this circuit, but ambulances come in handy.
I thought you were going to bed, Leno.
Any tips before we roll?
Don't take your foot off the chew. My job will be to slow everyone else down. Ultimately, it'll be speed, not firepower, that'll win us this race.
Go fast. Got it.
Oh,
Go fast, die hard. That's what I want for Christmas. I get the advertisements for them, but that new company that has the shirt that says "Go fast, don't die." I fucking love that shirt, man. Go fast, don't die. Love it.
You need to hit all the checkpoints or we'll be disqualified. If you want to hang a bit, do. I'll be in the ring.
When do we start?
The shard. It's all on there.
Come back to me in one piece, baby. Nothing makes me got it. I love you.
Last bet. Don't miss your chance to win. First elimination rally coming up. Everyone ready? Not like it matters. Too late to back out.
Oh shit! Let's go!
Pray to your gods and get ready to go for pay dirt. 3, 2, 1.
What's up, Dane? I don't know. What else car do I got? It's the only car I got. Hey, Walter. Welcome to the stream, and thanks for the compliment. We just finished benchmarking the RTX 3080. Just buy the RX 6000 series. Other than that, having a good night. I'm gonna get banned by Nvidia. Just kidding, they never send me shit anyways. Fuck you! This comparison video though, it ain't gonna be good. I mean, it's fine. It's just, yeah, go buy the 6000 series. Well, I can show you. We have over we have over 100 benchmark runs between the two. Fuck, we died. The RX 6800, which isn't even the XT model, is beating the 3080 in traditional rendering methods, and the 3080 doesn't really run well with ray tracing on, so, and DLSS looks like shit. I mean, that's really end of the story. Like, I'd love to say that DLSS is as good as like the reviewers are saying it is, but they're wrong. It looks like fucking trash. If it just sucks, man. I mean, like, yeah, it is like $900 for a 3080 retail compared to like $579. I get the same frame rates on the RX 6800. In this game. We'll test more games later. Kind of sad.
Hold on.
For video editing, I don't know. I haven't tested. We just got this card in today. We tested the 3070 and the RX 6800. They're pretty comparable. It's really interesting. So I do have to say this. There's huge caveats here. We're on the Ryzen 5 5600X. Okay. It's currently overclocked to 4.8 gigahertz, and pretty much it. So here's the weird, like, not the weird thing. Here's the caveat that I'll give you guys. This game is super CPU intensive, and you would be better off buying a new CPU than you would buying a new GPU for this game. And that is literally running all the way down to the 1060 cards. So for example, 1063 gig on a Ryzen 5 2600 or 3600 at 1080p low will give you 20 to 30 frames per second. On a Ryzen 5 3600X, it'll give you 50 to 60 frames per second with a 1063 gig. 1080p low, granted, but you are better off with the CPU. If you want to play this game, you are better off with the CPU upgrade than you are with the GPU upgrade. And that's not opinion, that's fact. And unfortunately, even the 5600 XT can't keep up.
Nice work, V.
We didn't win.
Placed high enough that we'll make the final. Keep this up.
Next time, first place.
And then past the 5600X, really, if you look at the 5700 or the 5800 or even the 5900X, your single threaded's not really much better. So it's not till you get to the 5950X that you get a good CPU bump as far as like for gaming. Let me clarify that too. So there's a lot of caveats. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of shit going on right now, especially with this game when you're testing it. And so my recommendation would be a CPU upgrade, just period. And then secondary to that, I don't think we can push this system much further without a 5950X. So with the CPU dependence, would system RAM help as well? No. So we're at 16 gigs in this system because I had 16 gigs fail. We have another 32 gig kit coming in. This game only uses about, well, here we can check. Let's go. I believe it was around 8. Yeah. 4. It only uses 4 gig of memory. Now, but now you're just bringing me into more caveats. Let's explain this some more. Would a memory upgrade work for Ryzen CPUs? The answer would be yes, but not in the form of more system memory. It would work better. So, okay. So a RAM upgrade would be beneficial on a Ryzen platform with if you got tighter timings, faster clock with Samsung B die. Okay? So you would actually, in this particular game on the Ryzen platform, be better dropping down from 32 gigs of memory to 16 gigs of memory with 16 to 18 CAS latency, Samsung B die, 3200 megahertz or more on the AMD platform only. So that would be your memory upgrade option for this game. Is that helpful? Like I said, when you start testing all this stuff, there's so many caveats that, like, it's almost too much to actually make a whole video about. Because, like, it's I need to know what CPU you're running. I need to know what memory you're running. I need to know what your clocks are at. I need to know what GPU you're going to decide to pair it with. And then you need to do executable modifications to get the game running better. You need to make sure that you're using DRAM calculator if you're on Ryzen to go calculate in your timings and tighten them up. You need to make sure that you are setting core clocks and running MSI Afterburner to make sure that the game's not dropping your clocks, because it's been doing that, known to do that. Very, very big problem that it has, where you go from, like, even on the 3080, like we're sitting at 120 frames per second, 3 to 4 hours into the gameplay, all of a sudden your clock tanks for no apparent reason, and it has nothing to do with the GPU, because if you play other games that doesn't happen, and then all of a sudden you're running at 40 to 50 frames on a GTX or RTX 3080. So there's a lot going on with it, and it's not all cut and dry, right?
You feeling all right?
You do this for the eddies, the wins, the glory. Why do you race? It's like you've got laser focus.
You run 3800X with a 6800? Yeah, and I bet if you compared your 3800X to my 5600X with the 6800, it's destroying it, right? It's very, very, very CPU bound, dude.
Yeah.
And like I've said before, the 5600X is the best CPU I've ever owned, hands down.
Need a lift to the shop?
Granted, I don't have anything higher than that on the latest gen, but I own a 10900K.
All right, let's go.
The 5600X is smashing the 10900K if we're looking at it like from a full perspective, right? Like drive speed, read and writes, single thread performance, and even like to the point to where like multi-thread's keeping up too. It's not as good, so I guess maybe a little bit worse there, but it is the best CPU I've ever owned, which is cool. I want a 5950. I don't care about. So here's the deal, right? I like to play video games. I like to play video games at the highest frame rate possible. So a 5900X, from what I was looking at, still wouldn't quite get me there. Like that 649 stock single thread Cinebench score on the 5950X, that's what I'm looking for, dude. I want my CS:GO at 1600 frames a second. I ain't fucking no compromises, bitch. But the 5600X is sick. This is gonna go in my mini ITX rig. It runs cool. It's stock with a water block on it. It just sits around like 50 degrees Celsius. Low power consumption. The other thing is I'm gonna throw the 6800 into the mini ITX build. It's a custom loop, by the way, but I don't think you can run a 3080. Yeah, so until the 850 watt power SFX power supply comes out, which there are a couple, but you got to order them from like fucking China, and they cost an arm and a leg, and they take you know, a year to get here. A 3080 is not viable for a mini ITX build.
Gonna shoot this second.
Hey, Iron Steel, you having lag issues? Is anybody else in chat having lag issues? I'm showing a pretty smooth stream right now, personally. I have it up, monitoring. How would what run on your... That's a crazy resolution, by the way. Am I going to benchmark the 3090 if I can get one? I mean, so you guys got to realize that, like, A, I have no contacts. The only reason I have a 3080 is because Mr. Techie over here. Huge shout out. I wouldn't fucking have one. I'm not gonna, what, the YouTube ad revenue was 200 last month? And the amount of hardware we're testing just this month was like what? We had the 6800 for $600. We had the 5600X that had to buy off a scalper for $400. We had the 3070 for $600 had to buy off a scalper. So we made $200, and then we bought the 3080. So, you know, we're two grand in, and we made $200 on ad revenue. So you guys got to realize, like, I love doing this and I love testing. But like, and I would love to test the 3090, but I can't go, you know, this channel, we only got 14 of y'all watching. Like, this channel is not, it's not big enough to support, like, we're not like Hardware Unboxed. We can't just not get free cards or, like, even at least retail cards and pull it off. It's just, it's not feasible, right? Like, I can't go be like, okay, well, to test for you guys, I'm going to go pay $4,000 for a 3090. I just can't. I would love to, but I can't. Journal. What else we got going on here? Psycho Killer, we're not going to worry about. It's kind of passive. See, I thought so if you do one race, it doesn't continue? Wait a day? Wait another day? You motherfucker. You know, CD Projekt Red really fucked this one up. I don't have an answer for you other than, like, in my humble opinion. So here's the, it's shareholders' faults, not their fault entirely. Meaning, like, I wouldn't put this on a dev. I wouldn't put this on a QA'er. I wouldn't put it on anything but the profit machine, right? So the thing is the install base for the PS4 and the Xbox One is like 10 million or some shit. The install base for like PC and the new consoles is like, you know, a couple fucking million. So if you're a shareholder, you're like, yo, bro, we need this fucking game to come out. It needs to be next gen, look next gen on the next gen consoles, and then you need to release it for the old gen consoles. It's not fucking realistic. At the end of the day, it's not fucking realistic. You can't fucking do it. It's not possible. So it's just not, dude. And if you're gonna, like, this is playable. This is playable on next gen hardware. It just is. It's really playable. I don't know what to tell you other than that, really.
Come here.
Del?
It can't be PC only. See, that's the problem though, King Cobra. It can't be. It can't be PC only. It can't. It cannot be PC only. They would not make enough money to pay for development. Like, I hate to break it to you, but that's not feasible. But even at first, it just doesn't work. It doesn't compute. Like, if it would have released PC only, it would not have made back development costs. And then tertiary to that, it would have not gotten any future updates, and they wouldn't have the money to continue developing. That's really, at the end of the day, what the fuck happens. Like, if you really want to, like, get into, like, how that all happens, like, it doesn't work, right? Financially. And if something doesn't work financially, unfortunately, like, there's just not too many options. What's the name? It's Claire. So you get stuck in a really weird position. I mean, like, I agree with you, but I'm giving you the reason why it doesn't work. No, it's not anywhere close. It's not even anywhere close. Like, okay, like you want to look at, like, let's look up the numbers, right? Xbox One, 51 million. PS4, 106 million. So that's 157 million. I don't even know if we can figure this one out. This one's probably pretty hard to figure out, huh? In the past, so Lenovo shipped 16.2 million in 2020. And then if you did, it's just not, you're not, so 16.2 million personal computers, not even gaming computers. Trying to figure out how we would do this. So Steam stats maybe. And then you'd have to calculate this. Okay? So you say it should only be on PC. But, like, the cutoff would have to be... The cutoff would have to be Pascal tops. So let's do how many Pascal GPUs sold. So for 3 quarters in 2016, they sold 25 million discrete GPUs. And then we know that they sell about 3 times as many. From the last stat I saw, they sell about 3 million more, or sorry, 3 times the amount of AMD. So you add another, let's be fair, and do like 8 million or like 33 million GPUs. Yeah, it's going to include mining rigs. It's going to include data center. It's too fucking hard to really determine it. I know that, like, from gaming, though, when you talk about devs. So, oh, this is really easy. How many copies of CyberPunk sold? All right, let's see. So we have that's not going to help. Let's see. Sold on PC is somewhere around 8 million. No. It says biggest PC launch of all time. Okay, so for pre-orders, you're actually could be correct. They say PC was 4.72 million and console was 3.28 million. But is that true now? Oh, a popular game on both? Call of Duty. How many copies of Call of Duty Warzone sold? By console, by platform. I mean, that's like saying WoW is more of a console game. I don't really know. I mean, everybody that I know plays it on PC. But then we're kind of splitting hairs too, right? Fortnite? I guess Fortnite would be the best. What's the... All right. Yeah, exactly why it would be a good one to look at, right? It's free. So if we look at usage statistics, we can get a better idea, right? If I can find, it doesn't seem to list anything by... They're all iOS, that's hilarious. Alright, so of 25 million Fortnite, so 116 million Fortnite users on iOS, 73 million played Fortnite exclusively on iOS, which means you got 25 million remaining. I mean, I feel like this is like a topic that we would need to sit down and do a fuck ton of research on. Is that fair enough? Yeah, so 71% are console gamers, 17% PC gamers. And the remaining 12% are mobile gamers. Right here. Hey Dragon, what's up? Yeah, but it doesn't matter who's playing. It matters how many copies you can sell and what the install base is. So CyberPunk peak today was 837,000 on Steam. Out of how many players? Out of 8 million? But also, that doesn't include Steam or GOG and Epic. But last I looked, yeah, like the install base for last gen consoles is way larger than the PC gaming install base. Oh, that would be an easy one. That's an easy one. Look at this. How many people logged into Xbox Live and PSN daily? That's not it. Like, yeah, that's not even close then. And we're talking about PlayStation alone is 70 million concurrent daily. $20 million on Steam. 3 times as many just on PlayStation versus Steam. And before you argue that the people that are gaming are not logged into Steam, well, PS5 wasn't out in 2017. So no, that was just like 70 million people in, it said in 2017. So no PS5. Probably PS3 though. Sure, I'll give you that.
APB out for Darius Miles, wanted for murder. Herb belongs to 6th Street Gang and leads one of its drug manufacturing rings. The city has promised a reward for terminating the threat from Miles and his drug cell.
That's one console beating PC out though. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna try to make money off of a game, I don't think you can just release it on PC. Like, especially for a game that's been in development for 8 years. It doesn't belong on last-gen consoles. I tweeted that, and I agree with you all. What I'm saying is I understand why it did, and it's the shareholders' fault. It's not necessarily the dev's fault. It's purely a business decision. That's all. 2 RX 480s and 1 RX 580, like $90? $90 a month or what? Per month, yeah. Still pretty good. You can pay that back in 2 months, dude. Right? I think I just bought some 580s for, not I think, I know I just bought some 580s for like a $150 a piece. So, yeah. I mean, like, I'm still like, I invested in a lot of 5700 XTs, and they're still sitting at like 10-month ROI. Well, last I checked, unless something fucking crazy happened today. Well, it's already closed at 2 all-time closing highs. 2 weeks in a row over 19,000. This is the longest Bitcoin stayed this high in price. So, I think we're okay as far as that goes. I think all that shit, though, will be super slow. So it's not going to be like last time where it boosts. I think it's going to be a nice, slow, steady growth. I think the issue that we're going to have to run into is obviously ETH dying off for mining. And then regulation. So with all the big banks getting in and things like PayPal and so on, large financial institutions are trying to destroy the actual purpose of cryptocurrency, which is going to be a big problem. No, I can't afford that. Bro, I'm too broke for that shit. What are you doing to me? RX 480 still like 70. The 4 gig ones. You think the worth will degrade more than the 480s and 580s? I don't think it will. I think they'll scale just like everybody else. Personally. I mean, really, the 5700s are going to be in high demand for a while. I mean, you could sell them and then, like, what, sit on them or buy 580s, but I don't think that's a smart move. I'd much rather have a 5700 than a 580. Damn, I'm like capped out on this shit, aren't I? Alright, let's try this one. Go to Wilson's shooting range. I don't think it will. Especially considering now it's even better for gaming than like The best last gen GPU out to play CyberPunk right now is the 5700. Like, straight up. It's also pretty much the best one to mine ETH last gen wise. I mean, like, yeah, pretty much. You can do some 1660s for like what, 30-40 mega hash a piece? I don't know, 5600s maybe. I don't see demand dropping that much. They're super reliable too. 580s are not near as reliable. If we're really being honest about it. Like I got 4 5700 rigs that have been running for 90 days straight. My 580 rig is about 11 days straight. Was the best I ever got out of it. So if I'm making a purchase, say easy use, hash rate to power, yeah, I don't see the mining demand going down for them anytime soon. Their Raven coin profits are still pretty good too. I think Nvidia is going to take over.
Hey, V.
I think Nvidia is going to be more profitable.
Gonna take a piss or something? Now's the time.
Thanks for your concern. Let's start this rodeo.
Can't just yet. Not till you get in the range. Go on, set up, chop chop.
But no, $200 5700s, that's not going to happen for a long time. At least a couple of years. Bitches going for like $700 a pop right now, used.
Just 6? God damn. Well, no point crying about it. Rules are simple, right? There's the target, shoot it. No matter which one, go on and shoot your neighbor. Most hits win. Meaning hits on the target, not your neighbor. Oh, right. Small
Mine are all
caliber
at
iron only.
57 mega hash at around 95 watts, but I swapped all mine out for Samsung memory.
But,
Just kept trading them in at Best Buy until I got Samsung memory on all of them.
Ready?
Mama didn't raise no fool. Come on. Yeah, right now you have to buy RX 580s and 480s. Clearly. So I built a whole bunch of 5700s rigs, and then now I'm building 580 rigs. But unfortunately, that's also starting to drive up the cost.
What the hell are you doing with that double barrel? It says small caliber only.
Forgot my iron. Must be in my other jacket.
Gun in a holster. A holster! Get the fuck out of my sight now!
Fuck, June. Chill. I'm going.
Pearls before swine, for fuck's sake. All right. 3, 2, 1.
It also is very dependent, like if you're mining, on how much power availability you have. So you do get to the point to where like
Target. Hit the target, not the wall.
if you want more hash power, you need more power efficient cards.
Good, Rudy. Go, go, go! Halfway there, Pete. Get a grip, for fuck's sake. What the hell was that?
Lisa? Get your glasses? Seconds. Last chance, B. Nothing like the smell of powder and hot.
How are you supposed to hit 100 of them?
Stop! Everyone stop! We're done.
Whatever.
First place.
There wasn't even a.
B.
Yay, I win.
Rudy. Rest of you bush league punks. Learn to shoot. Out of my sight. Now.
Look, RX 580s are trash for gaming now too.
Thanks, Wilson.
And they're only gonna get worse. So the only reason they're gonna hold their value is for, in my opinion, is for gaming. So I don't see them holding their value past mining.
Hey, you okay? Something wrong?
A damn thing that's right. Contest didn't do shit.
I mean,
Goddamn thing. Nothing.
Should try not call.
I wouldn't sell anything right now. Yeah.
Fuck. Something you gotta
I know I was watching Red Panda and he was like, well, now's the time to sell GPUs. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I kind of understand that perspective, but like, look, that's what I did last time. And it didn't work. Like, it worked, but it didn't work. Like, I didn't lose any money. I definitely made money. But like, when I looked back and like calculated everything, if I would have kept my 470s and so on, I would have made more money mining while the GPUs were worth a lot than selling the GPUs. So I don't think that's the right business plan.
I dreamed a dream of an endless sea.
Now, where he did have a point is like, if you are, so like my situation right now where I'm capped out on power. If I want to increase my hash rate and decrease my power consumption, then for me with it would be like a weird balancing act of like trying to get some 3080s, right? And trying to sell some 5700s. So it would be trying to buy 3080s at retail and trying to sell 5700 XTs for like the $600 to $700 range. That's like my only real upgrade path.
Hey, what's going on? I live right upstairs.
Right.
Keep on living. Stop minding other people's biz.
Yeah, so it's just kind of weird. I don't know what I don't know.
Is there anything I can do?
Maybe. You know Barry at all?
More or less. Struck up a conversation.
Is there a point in the XTs for mining? So yes and no.
Long ago.
If you can't buy a 5700, you might as well buy a 5700 XT. Does that make sense?
Relax, Petrova. Barry's got nerves of steel.
Yeah, I have a lot of 5700s, but it got to the point where I couldn't buy any more 5700s. So then I bought 5700 XTs.
Sure, why not?
You know what I mean? Like,
Thanks. Just
fuck it.
be patient.
It's whatever you can get. I mean, and it's whatever you can get at a good price.
Thanks.
And like, basically to hell with all else at that point. And then like, so I said like I have a RX 580 rig. Why do I have an RX 580 rig? Well, I had some extra power available and I looked at the prices and compared all the shit and like for a while there, like September, what was it, like right when I got back into like mining heavily, like August, September, October, your ROI on the 5700s was better than the 580s. So I bought those up until I was done. And I couldn't buy any more, and now they're sold out. And I was like, well, I want to build one more rig and max out my power, and got online and.
Sure, why not?
Hey, I knew a guy that like bought used parts, and he messaged me and said, I have these 580s and they don't have any, they have a mining BIOS on it and I don't want to fuck with it. I'll sell them to you. And I was like, yeah, sure. $100 a pop. Made sense. Right? So, you know, like all that's going to be subjective though too. It's going to be like, what'd you get them for? All that shit, right? Like, too many variables. TP links? Yeah, the kilowatt, man. They're like $35. Alright, I don't want to dick with this too much, to be frank. But we got to go to bed. And I am going to... What did Homeboy get his to? We're just going to Google it. We're going to copy... Not your normal miner. Are you here still? I just want somebody to tell me basic settings and then I'll play with it and find my own later. ETH overclock. Hey Bod, welcome back to the stream. I am just about to head to bed. We're just going to get this up in mining real quick. I assume... Alright, we're just going based off of my 3070 and what I know from that. I can't find anything on Google. So we're going to go 70% power limit and 1200 memory overclock. We should be fucking fine right there, right? Dane. I ain't gonna just leave this not doing work while I go to bed. Especially with it doing like fucking 85 mega hash a second. I gotta go get these other two cards up though. I'm out of room. I'm out of space on fucking all my boards. I'm waiting on a CPU for this colorful. I have one more board, one more case. Two more cases, one more board. 93 mega hash a second. 93 mega hash a second. 49 degrees Celsius. I think that's where we're at, boys. I'm going to leave it right there. Is that good? I think that's good. That feels good. Yeah, I'm going to do 100% fan. 96 mega hash per second. That seems gold. Nah, bro, 100%. This thing's got a fucking warranty on it. If a fan goes out, Gigabyte gonna pay me some money. Also, I want a game on it tomorrow. I mean, I guess they could watch my stream and say you were mining, I suppose. The only way they can really find out with mining is if you flash it and you don't flash it back, or the card dies without you being able to flash it back. Something along those lines. I'm gonna go to bed, boys. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Yeah, fans can die. You're right. I'm not too worried about it, though. Not too worried about it. I run all mine at 100%. I actually haven't had a fan die either, so I don't know. I got 5 A's. I've been running for like fucking What year is it? 2020? 4 years, 100% fan speed. I've actually still never had a fan die. I don't know. It is possible though. You do you, boo. I'd rather my VRAM module stay cool. And I still haven't looked and seen what this cooling solution is like. So, I'd rather spin them bitches hard and not fry a VRAM module on a fucking $900 graphics card and fix a fan than blow up a fucking memory module. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel about it. Not a big deal. 80% would probably keep it plenty cool though. I'm just not sure. Like, this card's brand new. I have no idea what the quality of it is. It appears that it's actively cooled. But we'll have to do a breakdown of it too, though. Tear it apart at some point. Probably do a breakdown of that 3070 first. Because that bitch, the fans keep turning off on it. I don't know why. So maybe my fans, no, the fans didn't die because you can turn them on. I don't know, something weird with the driver